Hello students, welcome back to the lecture 7 of electric field and electric charge. In the last video, we discussed about the electric flux, Gauss law and some numericals based on Gauss law. In this video, we will discuss about the applications of Gauss law. There are three applications to find the electric field due to different types of charge distributions. The first application is to find the electric field due to a uniformly charged long straight wire. You see, this is the long straight wire, positively charged wire, infinite long. We want to find the electric field at point P, which is at a distance r from this charged wire. To find the electric field due to this infinite long charged wire at point P, that is at perpendicular distance r from the conductor, we have to consider a cylindrical Gaussian surface. The electric field lines due to this positively charged wire is outwards. We can draw the electric field lines. The cylindrical Gaussian surface has three surfaces, two plane surface and one curved surface. Now we have to draw the area vector for those three surfaces. Let S1 cap be the area vector for this plane surface, S2 cap area vector for the curved surface, and S3 cap the area vector for this plane surface. To find the electric flux passing through this cylindrical Gaussian surface, we have to see the angle between electric field and area vector. For the first surface, for this plane surface, the angle between the electric field and S1 cap is 90 degree. For the second surface, curved surface, the angle is 0 degree. For the third surface, the angle is again 90 degree. It is given lambda is the linear charge density. It means the charge per unit length. What is the charge of length L? This part of this linear charge distribution is enclosed by the Gaussian surface. If lambda is the charge per unit length, then charge of this length L, it is equal to lambda into L, that is equal to Q, which is enclosed by the Gaussian surface, this part. You see, no flux passes through these two plane faces. Since theta is equal to 90 degree in these two cases, so phi is ES cos 90. So no flux passes through these two plane faces. Only flux passes through this curved surface. So what is the flux passes through curved surface? We can find it using integration of E dot ds over the Gaussian surface. Now E dot ds is equal to E ds cos theta. It is applied to these three surfaces. For the surface S1, it is E ds cos 90. The angle between the electric field and the area vector S1 vector, it is 90 degree. So E ds cos 90. For the curved surface, at every point the electric field is along the area vector. You can take this one is one point where the electric field direction is like this and the area vector also in the same direction. So it is cos 0. For the third surface also it is 90 degree. So it is E ds cos 90. these two terms become 0 and only this term will be there. That means flux passes through the curved surface only. Now this term is 0. Here it is over S2 and electric field is constant at each point on the curved surface. That's why E is constant, it can be taken outside. It is the integration of ds plus this term is also 0. Now what is the surface area of the curved surface? The radius is given r, the length is given l. So what is the total surface area of the cylindrical surface? It is 2 pi rl. That is the surface area of the curved surface of the cylinder, that is the Gaussian surface, is equal to 2 pi rl. Thus E dot ds over a closed surface is equal to E into 2 pi rl. It is equation 2. Suppose this one is the charged wire. We want to find the electric field due to this charged wire at a distance r. We have to consider a cylindrical Gaussian surface in such a way that this charged wire lies on the axis of the cylindrical Gaussian surface. It is like this. Okay. Achha. The charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface is equal to lambda L. Q enclosed is equal to lambda L. And the integration of E dot ds is equal to E into 2 pi rl. Now Gauss law can be used to find the electric field. According to Gauss law, E dot ds is equal to total charge enclosed divided by epsilon naught, is equal to Q enclosed divided by epsilon naught. Now over the Gaussian surface, cylindrical Gaussian surface, E dot ds is equal to E into 2 pi rl and the charge enclosed is equal to lambda L. Using equation 1 and 2, it is E into 2 pi rl is equal to lambda L by epsilon. Here L cancelled and the value of E is equal to lambda by 2 pi r epsilon naught. Now the electric field due to the charge distribution, linear charge distribution at a distance r is equal to lambda by 2 pi r epsilon naught. Thus the electric field is inversely proportional to the distance. That is, the electric field decreases with increase in distance. If a graph is plotted between the electric field strength and the perpendicular distance from the line charge distribution, then it varies, it decreases with increase in distance. Due to a positively charged infinite long wire, the electric field direction is outwards. If the charge becomes negative, then the electric field direction, it will be inwards. Thus, the electric field at a distance r from the line charge distribution can be written in vector form so that the direction of the electric field can also be obtained from that form. Thus, E vector is equal to lambda mod into n cap divided by 2 pi r epsilon naught. That is, when lambda greater than 0, that is Q is positive, then n cap outwards, that is the electric field outwards. When lambda less than 0, that is Q negative, then n cap is inwards, that is the electric field is inwards. So this expression is the vector form of the electric field due to the linear charge distribution. The electric field due to this line charge distribution at a distance r, it is equal to lambda by 2 pi r epsilon naught, and the direction is outwards for the positive charge and inwards for the negative charge. If the distance increased it is increased from the line charge distribution, the electric field strength value on both the sides it decreases. Thus, this is one of the application of Gauss law to find the electric field due to line charge distribution. In the next video, we will discuss about electric field due to a charge infinite plane sheet. Thank you.